Welcome to the Salt Circle Podcast. My name is Hank. With me is Ben
Yo.
of the Ben Star.
Yeah. Fist of the Ben Star. That's the one. I was incredibly surprised by this. We read Fist of the North Star. We didn't read Fist of the North Star. We read some Fist of the North Star.
We read like the first 2 volumes.
Yeah.
The first
and
26 chapters.
Yes.
Was on the slate or something. Or 25.
I'll be real. I mean, my initial thought coming into this is I kind of want to just read Fist of the North Star. It was really good.
Sure. It moves.
It bumps.
It just like pours down your throat.
Dude, I was losing my mind at the fact that like it is both clearly proto JoJo and proto Berserk. And then like those two things, like Miura was watching this and he's like, holy shit, that guy's head got cut in half and his eyeball exploded out of this is incredible. And whoever made JoJo watched it and he's like, look at all these poses. He's posing. I need to make this is the anime. This is the manga. This is the whole thing. It's incredible.
Mm-hmm. Toriyama was like, I should probably make Goku taller.
I was gonna ask, and I was wondering. So this would have come out around Dragon Ball, after, before, during, all of the above. Because I was thinking about it, and I was like, I have the dates for the Dragon Ball anime. I forget when the manga started.
I think the manga came. So Dragon Ball started in 1984.
Okay.
The Fist of the North Star manga started in 83. So Fist of the North Star came like a year earlier.
Yeah. And I mean, I assume there's some inspiration, just like if assuming each creator like was keeping up with the other or whatever. Not as heavy as like Berserk or anything.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure the reason Dragon Ball moves towards the first Tenkaichi Budokai, like fighting tournaments, is because of Fist of the North Star and its popularity.
Yeah, interesting.
Fighting. People like fighting.
People fucking love it when
people
they
being
fight.
Strong. Techniques. Saying the names of techniques.
Yeah, all these different fucking techniques. Man, there are so many techniques. You know what's really great though, and they haven't done it yet.
People exploding from the inside.
People exploding from the inside happens a lot. Also, like I mean,
it's really his go-to move.
Yeah, there's like, you got 1 minute to live, bitch. What? Fix it? No.
I'm gonna be when he near the end of this, or in the second half of what we read, like he taps the bartender. He's like, "You're gonna explode in a week.
No, a month.
I'll come back and fix it."
He gives him a month. He's like, "What?
Take care of these kids.
What if you don't come back? Just 1 month." Oh, that shit was so good. Yeah, man. I like the fact that he's like a weird, like a Guts Goku hybrid. Like he's a
man with no name.
I'm gonna explode these people, but also like I'm a good guy.
Yeah. Yeah, like look, he's closer to like a classic Western hero of just like
sure, yeah,
just the guy running into town. He's gonna help.
Yeah, I mean that one dude,
Bruce Lee.
He like tapped that guy's spine and his like muscles were contracting. And he's like, "Tell me the information if you want to live." And the guy talks and he's like, "You said you'd let me live." And he's like, "You?
You're terrible. I'm not letting you live. You crazy? Have you seen
man.
you?
Yeah. Oh, what? You always kept your word? Doubt. Later.
I can see your soul.
Yeah, man. Oh, and you know, we've seen it in Dragon Ball. And I say any, like, obviously in a lot of these contexts, like my chronological timeline, like seeing the two schools of martial arts in Dragon Ball, and then you have like the two schools. I dig it. I dig that there's like two different things, even though, what is it? How is it pronounced? Hakuto?
I don't fucking know.
Hakuto. The main characters, Ken's school. I think it's Hakuto. Hakuto Ken's. Hokuto, whatever. I like that like it's passed down to one person. And I'm curious.
Well, everyone else is dead.
Well, I'm curious because we got a throwaway line. And this is the sort of shit I love, where there's no questions asked, but like we get a little drip about the world, and I'm like, I need to know this. Someone has a throwaway line about like the school of martial arts that's only passed down to one person or one successor or whatever. And then we got Ken's line about like there's, I forget what he said, like 1,800 years or people or something. He's like, all into my body, like I was born an assassin. I'm like, I'm so
He's the Avatar.
I'm so digging this fucking vibe right now. He's like Aang if Aang wasn't a puss. Man.
On the list of Fist of the North Star characters on Wikipedia, it starts just with Hokuto Shinken, which is not a character. Wikipedia. But okay. Yeah.
They literally did the fucking...
This is like just feels like so streamlined to like a knife's edge of what it is.
Yeah.
Like it's Ken is fucking the baddest in the town. He's got to kill people. They're going to explode. And then we're moving on.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
There's no, like, other gear. It's just, who's Ken gonna kill this week?
Hell yeah.
How furious is he going to get?
Man, yeah, he gets angry. Oh, and then his shirt's tearing off.
Shirt tears off. He does the thing.
Oh, it's so good. It's still good. Maybe it wasn't Goku. Maybe it's just buff anime guys' shirts ripping off. That's what I need. Oh man, did you notice they copied JoJo took the "you're approaching me" thing, like that scene. I sent you the screenshot.
Yeah.
Like it's just actually.
I mean, that's what I
like,
said. JoJo, like literally, particularly early JoJo, is just ripping off Fist of the North Star.
Yeah, with the
it's like actually the thing it's doing is turning Fist of the North Star into like a coming of age story with its first arc.
Sure.
Because that's the big thing with this is Ken's not here. Ken's not getting stronger. Ken just is fucking top tier.
Yeah.
We're just jumping in on someone who is top tier, and he's just messing with people who are beneath him.
I'm kind of about it.
Even like his faded rival is just not nearly as good as him.
The faded rival. I was like, okay, here we go. This is my first fucking rodeo. I get it. This is gonna be the dude, and then like we're gonna bounce against him over the course of like
fucking Raditz.
30 volumes, and he's gonna be like he's the Griffith of this. I know what's up, and then he just gets fucking annihilated. Oh man, do you remember the line that Ken says about devotion? He says something about like his devotion kept him strong, and then he's like, my anger is stronger than my devotion. Something like he gets fucking pissed. There was something in there about it. Oh, it was so good. I was so happy. Dude just got wrecked. Man, that shit was incredible. Yeah. This is like, and the fact that we're getting like kind of the experience that I miss a little bit, or they don't do quite enough in Dragon Ball for my liking. Like, I want to see the power. The power has no meaning if you're up against someone with the same power as you. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I need to see occasionally, not constantly, because you did make the point. Like, first off, Goku's not about like just slapping around random assholes. Like, that's no fun for him, and I get it.
Yep.
But it's fun for me.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like, I dig it. I'm into it. Who knows how long it'll last, but man, I just can't stop thinking about that dude who got his head cut in half. And like his eye just exploded. Like Miura saw that and he's like, you can do this? Every time?
It's definitely I get it. Like,
yeah,
I know why Fist of the North Star is the thing, because it's such a like fine. It's like, it's so optimized.
Yeah, dude. If it keeps us up, I am so in.
Yeah.
So did you?
I will say I'm not super into it. But it just like, you can just inhale it. Like, the comics are the craft is so good. It just like,
yeah,
you just fly through it when you're reading it. It doesn't leave that. I don't get that emotionally into it. Like, it's not impacting me strongly.
Yeah, no, same.
But it's a breeze, like, fly through it read.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, this is great popcorn. All my potato chips are gone. Weird.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, it's not, I mean, maybe that'll change. I'm open to it, I suppose. But
sure.
For now,
yeah. But as far as these first two stories,
and I don't know. Had you touched on any of this before? I think you had said you watched like one episode before we started this, or something, or a couple.
No, I mean, I've like just osmosis, cultural osmosis. Know what Fist of the North Star is. Like, seeing you don't know you're already dead. Nani?
Yeah.
Like, that's classic.
Yeah.
And I'd like seen just enough of the anime to know that, like, it has like old anime slow pacing issues. Yeah. In terms of like moment to moment.
That's the vibe I got.
And it looks pretty ugly. Here's a weird thing that made me way more into the manga than I thought it was gonna be. I just think Kenshiro's designs in the manga look fucking so much better than they do in the anime. In the anime, he looks incredibly generic to me, and I just think that it doesn't do justice to the drawings of him in the manga.
Gotcha.
And that's like a big thing for why I was like, oh, this looks like it's just good. Like, these characters have way more personality in these drawings that just gets lost in the roughness of the production of that anime at that time.
Yeah. And I ended up not watching the episode of anime because before I could get to that, my desktop blew itself up. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I didn't check that out. I have seen like one scene. I think he punches a building and it falls down or something.
Sure.
And yeah, I don't remember it. It definitely seemed like it had the slowness, even in that scene. Like, just, we're gonna spend 5 or 10 seconds on this dude walking randomly. I could see that, definitely.
And like, I can see someone being into that. It's just like, when you're reading the manga flies so quickly,
dude, it's fucking bumping.
So it's like, when you like go from that to the anime, it's like, man. Okay, and I mean, it's a similar thing with like Dragon Ball. You read the manga, the pacing is so fast.
I was about to ask, for comparison's sake, What would you say? Does Dragon Ball still have like? I assume the battles are still longer by quite a wide margin than this.
It's hard to judge because I'm not like watching. I haven't watched enough of this anime to know if they're like multi-episode fights.
Oh no, I meant in the manga.
Oh,
like so far.
Oh yeah.
Okay, because I know they streamline.
Because the thing is with the Dragon Ball anime, like they will like use the manga as like storyboards for the anime. Like they will straight take panels for a lot of it. They'll just like fill in a lot of other stuff too.
Yeah.
Usually.
Gotcha.
And original Dragon Ball is way better paced than Z for reasons.
Yeah.
So
no, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't have a ton. I feel like I don't have a ton to say.
That's my other thing is like I don't really have a lot to say about this other than it's fucking good.
Yeah.
If you looked in Fist of the North Star and went, yeah, that's cool. It's that. It's not anything other than what it looks like it is on the surface.
And it's not like even in these 2 volumes, like it's not like we have anything like he's just kicking ass. Like it's not like there's anything poignant or fucking extra. I mean, I guess his thing with Yuria is or however you pronounce her name.
His old girlfriend who's now like in a like coma and kidnapped by his fated rival.
Except
like,
she wasn't.
Yeah. But also that none of that stuff is interesting. That stuff's really cliche. It's just like it's there and it's fine. But it's pretty like these are the stepping stones to move us forward. Or just to get us to the next thing. Like I kind of like the second arc. I feel like the second arc is more the series finding its stride in terms of just like, here's another fucked up dude for Kenshiro to kill.
Yeah. Man.
I feel like at some point he'll figure out villains that are maybe got a little more going on.
Or he doesn't.
Or he doesn't.
Or he doesn't.
You know?
It's just that per volumes. I was actually really surprised with the girl. I thought like coming hot off of Berserk and stuff, I thought that was gonna be like the line. Like you would find something on the dummy or there would be some bullshit and like that would be our quest. But nope, dude, it's still just like rolling with going with the tide or whatever, following the flow. So like right now he's just helping kids, which is like more interesting, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fine.
He punched that.
He helps that girl speak again, and then she follows him around.
Yeah. Oh, dude, like I'm about that. I like and that random.
It's like this is why Pip exists.
Yeah, dude. Like, or the little. What's the other kid's name? Bat or Bot. Bat. I don't know. I'm gonna say
probably Bat.
I'm gonna say Bat. Bat is definitely Pip.
He's more of a little shit, but yeah.
They're all little shits. They're sticky. Man, was he? I like when he
Children
saw
crying.
I like when he saw the one kid. He's like, Jesus, your face, you're filthy. It's like wiping him down.
That part where he gets like plugged with pipes and he's just spurting blood.
Yeah, the I forget, they were like the something blood straws or something like that. Yeah, the blood's just like literally flowing out and he just fucking flexes. So good.
He's just already strong. There's no
man.
If you just wanted the guy, if you hate training montages and you just want the guy to be strong, Fist of the North Star is for you. He's just already the best. So, I don't know. That makes it a little less interesting to me as like a thing to watch. But it's cool. It's not cool.
No, it's like this is the North Star is great. In that it's just cool, like you said.
Yeah.
Just a I don't know.
So many shit gangs for
They're all gangs.
murder.
They're just like, I'm the leader of this gang. Oh no, there's a K on his head. It's King's gang. Oh no, there's Z on this guy's head.
He goes to God's land and fights the Red Berets. He's like,
Yeah.
You think I haven't fucking killed a Red Beret before?
You think your training matters here? Man, that shit is so good.
There is that like also what we read. There is like he does like go Super Saiyan. For like a panel.
Dude, 100. There's the one panel where I'm like, this is it. This is this is the thing.
He did the thing.
There's a power level here. It's not stated, but it's there.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit was incredible. Losing my mind. That the JoJo scene, the Super Saiyan scene, and the the dude getting his head cut in half with the eyeball exploding. I was like, man, everybody really took something different from this, huh?
Mm-hmm. There's that guy who's just really big. Fucking devil.
Oh, right. Yeah, he's so fucking big that, like, you can't get to the points, the chi points or whatever, the chakras or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
But he does anyway. He just fucking, like, if I just hit hard enough, the flub will part and it won't matter. Bye.
Just have to get really mad.
God, what a good fucking intro to a series, though. Like, setting up a big villain who's like, you can't possibly fathom my power, and it's been, 10 years or however fucking long it had been, and going on, and you're like, okay, this is gonna be the setup. And then he just fucking wipes him. I can't get over it. I can't get over, like, just how good it is. After all the times of getting a thing set up, it's just good to watch someone get, like, the shit kicked out of them.
You need to find those primal sources that aren't being subverted. They're just doing the thing.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, the people who then have to live in the world where Fist of the North Star exists is like, well, what if he didn't win? Or what if you got to see him get strong?
Yeah. What if Ken and what's his name were, like, best friends / almost gay lovers? But one of them was one of them had a dream.
Mm-hmm. Yep. What if you had to learn to make your arms a little bit longer?
Piccolo?
No, that's JoJo.
I forget that
They're
one,
like,
honestly.
First introduction of like they were like key altering powers. It's like you use this technique to like stretch your arm a little bit longer.
Oh, I've completely forgotten that. I remember part 1, and I remember part.
Yeah, it's in part 1,
3, I guess.
Because I didn't watch anything else.
Yeah. Okay, maybe I don't remember part 1 good enough. Part 1 and part 2 are like the important ones to me. 3 is fine, but I don't. Meh. I like the original powers, like the chi, energy,
making your arm longer.
Yeah,
that's the original Hamon.
Yeah, like that's what it's about. Or in I forget if it's part 1 or I guess it's part 1 where he like he uses it to break the chains. He's like fucking chained up and whatever, and he like, I think that's when Speedwagon like gives him his energy or whatever the hell. I don't know. He does good shit with it, and then afterwards,
it's burned into my brain. Like they're introducing their key powers, and it's like about making your arm a little bit longer.
I have other parts of that show burned into my brain, and none of them are ones I actually enjoy. They're just ones that make me feel like throwing up a little bit.
Like dogs being mistreated.
No,
I remember that too.
That one actually doesn't bother me as much as the gross stuff, because that's what my brain decides to like hone in on. Do you know anything about part 5?
No.
It starts with a couple of people pissing in part 5 JoJo's cup, or no, blonde dude's cup, who's like JoJo Dio something or another, but his ability is like he can like rearrange shit or something, so he doesn't drink the piss. He just forms a little piss jelly cube in his mouth, and he's like, haha, I didn't drink it. And I'm like, this is what is this? Where's the riff?
This sounds like what Peter would tell you to sell you on the show.
Yeah, he's like, funniest shit. They piss in a cup and try to get him to drink it, but he turns it into a cube. Funniest shit I ever saw. It's still at his moments, but it's just, I'm like, this is not for me anymore. I needed that straight.
Yeah, I checked out at the start of part 2.
I needed that straight.
The resetting the thing to 0, like I just actually lost interest.
See, I was totally fine with it as long as it was like the direct lineage, and then they bailed on the generational thing, and I'm like, I don't care anymore. I wanted to see a family go like just straight down it, and then they started branching, like going laterally. I'm not about that. So, part 1 through 3.
Forward.
Yeah, only forward, never sideways.
Always twirling.
Shit. What's the Witch from Mercury thing? 2 steps forward, go forward, gain 2.
Yeah, retreat, gain 1. Go forward, gain 2.
Yes, that's why I started blasting. Pa pa pa. I squished his ass. Gain 2, baby. Yeah. Cool shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I got anything for North Star.
No, that's cool. That's my main thing after reading. I'm like, that was good. I don't fucking have anything to say about this, really. It's just good.
It's good, and also, I mean, continuing on our, not that it's all we've been doing or anything, but like just another example of like how cool it is going back and seeing like the origin of shit. And it's really wild. I mean, what brought this to my attention, however long ago, was when I was looking through all the Berserk inspiration stuff. And yeah, like I get it. So it's been interesting, especially even just for Berserk, like all the different shit I've read now, and I'm like, this makes sense. And now, like, as I get more pieces, it's cool to see like what he's pulling from all this shit and how he's assembling it. Like, that's just really neat.
Yeah.
Unlike some of the other stuff I've read that inspired Berserk, I recommend this.
Yeah, this is fun.
Yeah. So is
it's hyper violent, but it's not. It's also soft hearted, I guess.
Yeah, he's a main character.
Ken's gonna save the kids.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, like, he's gonna get payback for the kids.
Yeah, he's gonna be incredibly bad.
He's gonna go fucking.
He's gonna be so mad.
He's gonna go Super Saiyan. He's gonna 100 Windfish Fury punch them, and he's gonna give them enough time to live so that he can monologue a little, and they're gonna fucking explode from the inside out.
Hell yeah, this is great kids comics.
Yeah, man, imagine being a kid and you're reading this, and you go up to your friend and you like jab him like a bunch of times in the ribs, and you're like, you have 5 minutes. Oh, pretty funny.
Definitely happened a lot of times.
Oh, 100%. I feel bad if like, man, oh, that's dangerous. What if you like say you have like some kid, they see the month thing and they're like, pa, you have a year, and like what if the other person like eats shit in a year? Oh, it's a dangerous game.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Well, you do, or I mean, I'm also sure it happened where a kid did that, so another kid, the kid that had it done to them was like actually afraid they were gonna die.
Yeah. Like repeating that they don't know, and the other kids repeating shit about like the chakra points or something. Oh no!
Nightmare.
Runs home.
Kids are terrible.
Or maybe like runs home, doesn't want to tell his parents because he'll be sad, and then like the parents are like, "What the hell is going on here? Like, why is he like this?" He's like, eventually cracks, and they're like, "What?" Oh man. Far more
feelings were hurt.
More depressing than the Dragon Ball reenactments. Oh. Anyway.
Look, you gotta try to learn to fly.
Don't try to learn to fly. Don't. You can't.
Focus your key.
I mean, they don't. I forget, honestly. Does anyone learn how to fly by jumping off of a high surface?
No. You stand in a field and you just focus really hard.
Okay, see, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, if Timmy wants to go out in the field and stand there for 6 hours a day, like, that's a win for everybody.
Do his training. Do your mental image training like Piccolo. Parents love it. Look, he's sitting so still.
I was gonna say, fucking, dad walks by, like, sips a cup of coffee, like, again? This is the 17th day in a row. Joke's on you, Dad.
Strong.
Joke's on you, Dad, when Timmy punches the house down after 80 consecutive 6-hour days of mental image training.
And then, like, you watch into Super, and you're like, I don't know if that mental image training is making him stronger anymore.
Yeah. Man,
how useful is it?
There's shit I gotta know about Super. That's like, yeah. I mean, we'll. Yeah. We got other stuff to.
Superhero's not out on
in
dub yet, so
that's a different podcast.
I mean, we got time to fill.
We do have time to fill, but also
I'm stoked for that.
But also, our Salt Labyrinth was topical.
That's true. We could just do that.
I don't want to burn that content.
But I'm excited for that that Pluto series that got announced.
Dude, it seems pretty cool.
I'm pretty hyped for fucking the Pluto anime. That looks faithful.
Yeah, the art looked really good. The palette looked incredible. I am hopeful. If they, because it was a trailer, I'm not really like focused on the music they used, but if the music is done correctly and they like don't skimp out, like there's at least like 2 points I'm gonna probably cry during that. I'm like, man, I was really wrecked reading some parts of this manga. I don't know if I'm ready for this in video. I don't know if I'm ready to watch this shit play out in front of me. Okay.
Man.
People aren't ready for that puppy scene, dude.
No. Nobody's ready. Oh, I really want to do the monster. I really want to do Monster, too. Thinking about anime adaptations of
fucking
Urasawa.
Good luck.
That's a lot of comic. in anime.
It's a lot of comic and a lot of anime. And there's a lot of stuff.
There's so much
At
stuff.
the very least, it would be.
We gotta get back to Sailor Moon. I've been jamming Sailor Moon too.
I was gonna say it would be more feasible if we didn't have like more Dragon Ball, more Sailor Moon. Like we have so much garbage lined up.
But they put Sailor Moon on YouTube, and I was just like, what if I just put on this episode where that pastor turned into a boxer?
Yeah, I checked that out. It is not available in my country. So, I mean, not that it matters, though. With the desktop being lost, it would have been nice.
Yeah, it would have been more convenient, but that makes sense.
Yeah, I wonder if it's available. Like, I guess I haven't checked if it's like a Netflix thing or some other.
It? Maybe you could VPN into it.
Yeah, I mean that's also an option. I can just re-download it too.
That also works. I mean, I have it downloaded. There isn't any reason for me to watch it on YouTube other than it's there. Yeah. It's like me playing Game Boy Advance games on the fucking Switch. I'm like, but I can.
Doesn't
matter that I already have multiple devices hooked up to my TV that can do this with ROMs that I've already downloaded.
How likely do you think it is that they put Gen 3 Pokemon onto Switch? And or Gen 1 and 2?
I think they'll do it. I feel like they're going to find a way to charge money for it again, though.
And they would, I mean, they would get it. I ask because, like, I have an Emerald cartridge. And I could...
That you would love to sell.
Like, I'd also like to keep it, but while it's working and while it's worth 3 figures, I'd like to sell it. That'd be cool. Maybe not, though.
I mean, emulators already exist.
Yeah.
You could just put a GBA emulator on your Steam Deck. Like, the Steam Deck is a better emulator box than the Switch.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
The cool thing about the Switch stuff is the multiplayer stuff, honestly.
Which also emulators can do.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's just like it just works or whatever.
Yeah. The no setup is worth so much. I mean, that's literally like I haven't done any emulation, and I wanted to do specifically GameCube stuff on the Steam Deck, and I know it's not that bad. Like, I've looked at it, it's not, but it's still enough. No. Or I want to see about maybe.
No, my approach to this stuff is, it's fun to set that stuff up when that's what you want to do, is like tinker with stuff. And then you want to get it so you don't have to fucking do anything else when you just want to play an old game. Because that's like a whole different state of mind. Yeah, you just want to play a thing and not fucking think.
I mean, that was even... And it could have gone either way, but like I got the base model Steam Deck, right? I was like, I'll just put a terabyte solid state drive in it. That's fine. I could do, like, I looked it up. It's not a difficulty thing. Like, I'm confident I could do it, but I got it. And then I'm like, honestly, I don't want to do this. Like, I'm just meh. And I got the memory card, and that's been fine.
Yeah.
It turns out, like, I'm not playing anything where it matters. I thought I would be.
I think that's what I told you when you were like saying you want to do this. I'm like, well, you don't want to do that.
I had planned on doing more, and even because like people, playing more, because like the stuff I'm seeing right is like people. I think based on stuff I saw, I slightly overestimated its capabilities. Because, like, I thought I would be playing, like, Forza Horizon on it, which you can, but, like, not to the not in a way I want to.
At like 30, yeah. Something.
I think you might be able to manage 40, but even for some stuff, there's like, I mean, the Steam Deck is a tinker machine, right? Like, there's settings in it that you can mess with.
Sure.
And I'm like, even when people talk about the, what's the abbreviation? FSR? The super sampler, or the whatever thing that makes it look like a better resolution.
Yeah.
Even that's fucking annoying because, like, you have to turn on a setting in the deck and then turn on a different setting and then adjust your resolution in game. And I'm like, even just turning on 2 settings, then figuring out how that interacts is annoying, at least. So yeah, that was just I planned on using it in a different way. And I think if I was trying to play the beefier stuff on it, it would possibly still matter, but I don't have enough big stuff downloaded that it runs into the shader cache issue, which is the main thing.
Sure.
But meh. I'm stoked for Switch emulation. Like the Game Boy stuff on the Switch, not emulating the Switch.
Yeah. And the GBA and the Game Boy emulating is real good.
Dude, if they get the Pokemon Stadium shit and it interacts, I know it's Hopium right now, because I don't know if you saw that. Like, they removed a single statement or something on a video of Pokemon Stadium about interacting with the Game Boy games, and it's like, this is equal parts could be a mistake and equal parts are they actually going to make it so if you have the Gen 1 and 2 stuff on Switch or Gen 1 or whatever, you can import. That would be insane. I would go crazy.
To be able to play Stadium with Pokemon from Gen 1?
Yeah, like I did back in the day, you know? Except instead of kicking my cousin's ass, I'm going to kick your ass. Yeah, coming for you, punk.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Fighting words.
Yeah, we'll put it on.
I'm going to have 6 Mews.
Yeah, well, you won't be able to beat my team of all grass Pokemon. Nobody has a fucking counter for that.
You use Fire Blast.
Everybody has a plan until they get Razor Leafed. The plan usually involves a match, a single fire Pokemon.
Everyone has a plan until they get sleep powdered.
Man, yeah, that shit would be super cool, and just the ability to, I mean, I suppose there would still probably not be a way to go from Gen 2 to Gen 3 easily. That's
there's no way. The Pokemon don't have the same code.
Oh, that's right. In them. I did know that, yeah.
That's why Gen 3 they redid everything.
Well, there was
so nothing carried forward.
I was gonna the thing that tripped me up, and I'm remembering the details about it. Someone made a thing to transfer them, but what it does is it fucking collects the data, hacks them into 3 based on that data, and I forgot the detail of it being different.
Mm-hmm. Although, I mean, since on 3DS they did do the ports of the old games did just put them in home and move them to new games, so they definitely have the ability to just do that.
That's what I'm saying. Is there? It's most of the way there anyway.
So if they could set it in theory, it wouldn't be too hard. It would be totally feasible for them to set it up where you had Gen 1 and Gen 2 in there, and then you could transfer your Pokemon into home, and then from home you could transfer them into Gen 3.
Mm-hmm.
But then maybe not be able to transfer them back, which is usually how that works. But
yeah, you don't have to tell me. If I'd known that, my Pokemon journey might still be continuing at full speed.
But then, but the problem is you'd want to play Gen 3 versions of Gen 1, but those Pokemon you wouldn't be able to use in Stadium. If you could do GBA.
I mean, there's enough nostalgia there for me to do.
The other real problem is the reason playing those games on modern emulators is so much better is because you can use speed up, which just makes playing those games a much better experience.
See, I think if I played them the way
but I also find in practice it makes me not give a shit. So
what do you mean?
That when I play an RPG on speed up, like I weirdly just de-invest caring about it.
See,
also
I was gonna say, like, if I played those games the way like YouTubers do, or people who are trying all these different ROMs and whatever. I say YouTubers because that's like where I see it sometimes.
Yeah, or Twitch streamers.
I would definitely be doing the speed up stuff and like making everything go faster. But generally, like if I'm going back to Gen 1 or Gen 2 or even Gen 3, like I'm there for that entire experience. Like, I'm just gonna sit on my couch and pretend that I'm like, 10 again or whatever.
If I'm going back to Gen 1, it's usually to do the trick to get Mew, which I only have to beat I only have to get to like Cerulean City to do that.
Yeah.
I think that's what I did on the 3DS ports.
Yeah, it sounds right.
Get 2 Mews. I'm good.
Man,
teleport glitch.
Shit's
funny.
Back in the day when like all the playground rumors were actually fucking true.
No, not all of them.
Not all of them. Not fucking all of them. But
most of them were lies.
Enough of them were true.
The funny part is that some of them were true. There were some true things that were weird about Pokemon, but there were so many lies. God.
I mean, look. Someone walked me through the whole missing no thing, and then that same person, I forget what their fucking bullshit was. There was like 3 prerequisites, but then the final thing you had to do was beat everything on the SSN using only cut, and then if you did that, or don't you get cut like after beating everything? I don't know. It was like all this weird shit, and then it was like the whole like Mew 3 or whatever the fuck. And I'm like, okay, you've never
See,
steered.
there's the secret lab where you confuse Pokemon.
Yeah,
like that one episode of the anime with Venustoise.
Oh, I did not. I've not had the privilege.
I do a fusion of Venusaur and Blastoise in the anime.
That's
right
cursed.
There. It's a Gengar does it. Not a Gengar, Ghastly. Excuse me. It's just a Ghastly.
Wow. Holy shit. I can't believe you're Pokemon speciesist. What, all ghost types look alike? They do if you don't have the Silphco sensor thing. Heyo. Oh, is this a picture of the fusion? That's a fucking weird. Yeah, that's a Blastoise with a plant on its head and some facial features from Venusaur.
Uh-huh. Let me see. I'm trying to remember. Do they do the fusion dance?
No. That would be insane.
It's not here. It's not, they don't move super well, so it's not they're like evoking it, but it's not it.
Man, I miss old Pokemon. Look at, yeah, okay. I got you. Yeah, that's about, wow. Venusaur standing up is, that's some cursed shit. Oh, man. Why does he have elbows? I don't like it.
Why not?
Venusaur looks like he should be wearing pants.
He's got a gut.
I mean, who doesn't these days? Yeah.
Bulbasaur. He's still a little guy. I watched a little bit of that. I was like, I downloaded like that arc of Ash finally winning that tournament,
Oh, yeah.
and I watched there's like training where all of Ash's new Pokemon were getting like special training from his old Pokemon.
Did you tear up?
It's apparently a thing. No, it wasn't that good, but it was very funny seeing all of Ash's fire Pokemon teach his Gengar Will-O-Wisp.
Nice.
It was like the plot of the episode. It's like, Gengar knows Will-O-Wisp now. Look how powerful he is.
Amazing. Yeah, I mean, I get the whole deal around it, right? It's like, because it's been so fucking long, but my Pokemon anime experience is limited to like a selection of, I want to say 9 episodes, maybe only 6. I forget if they had 2 or 3
weird.
episodes per VHS. Because my cousin had like every single fucking VHS, and I think they got rid of them at some point. I randomly ended up with like a couple. Like I just looked at the back and I took like 2 of them when they were getting rid. And one of them I know there was the episode where that dude abandoned Charmander and he's like on the rock in the rain. And there's the episode where Bulbasaur goes to like the magical grass Pokemon Bulbasaur land, and he has the chance to evolve, and I think he doesn't.
He does not.
I forget what other episodes. Those are the 2 that like stand out to me. But yeah, like I just watched those on loop, and that was my Pokemon anime life.
That's very funny.
They had the rap at the end.
Pokemon's just funny because like it's such an episodic thing, and then they're like occasionally actually good fights, but they're so rare.
Oh, and I did the movies. I did the movies far more than the anime, I guess.
Oh,
like the show.
I don't like the movies really.
I did. So my fun fact is, I watched the first movie. I somehow ended up, despite not like, I think I traded it somehow, like on the school bus. I got the Mew card, like that cool ancient Mew card. One of my regrets is like getting rid of that. It's like the one card, like it's just so cool. I wish I had it. And then I love Pokemon the movie 2000, except it took me like a full, I don't know, 15 years to see the full movie because we had rented it and I loved it so much that my mom decided to burn a copy. And I don't know I don't know the methodology of doing that, but somehow it like cut out. So there's like a scene kind of near the end where it like fades to black and then fades back in. So I never knew. Like I just thought it was a thing. So for years I've watched this movie, and then I randomly watched it when I was like 23 or whatever, and I'm like, what the fuck? What is this? Blew my mind.
That's hilarious.
I think I didn't go past like Legends, I think, with the movies. Or the Celebi one. I definitely saw the first Celebi one, if there were multiple. But I don't remember it well.
Yeah, I don't remember. I've just seen them here and there when they were like on Cartoon Network or whatever.
Yeah.
Because mostly my opinion of them is they turn up the melodrama too high of like, or like the stakes
Yeah.
They're like serious and they make the Pokemon talk. It's like
What's
it's
Slow
never
King?
as good.
Slow King is that's prime.
It's true. Slow King is an exception. He's great.
Doesn't he say
He
like
wishes
maybe
he
I
has
should,
pants.
I was gonna say he's like maybe I should wear pants.
Yes. Yeah. No, that's classic. That's like the best moment of any of those movies. That's a top tier Pokemon moment of all time. I'm not disputing. No disputes. I remember I went to the first one in the theater and I was like really disappointed. It's like that wasn't fun. They made all the Pokemon cry. Why they got to do that?
I was young enough when 2000 came out that shit was like unbelievable. Like I was so fucking hyped. I don't know, the idea of there was a flute song connected to a guardian of the ocean was like fucking incredible to me. That's the content that I crave.
Oh, there's this Dragon Ball movie that's like.
Speaking of Dragon Ball,
one of the ones we have to watch for next time. But yeah, let's close out this podcast. We've now rambled for like half an hour.
Yeah, we filled the time. We did our job.
We filled the time. Salt Circle Podcast, gmail.com, Salt Circle Pod on Twitter, anchor.fm/Salt Circle. I'm on Twitter at Comic Panels until my Twitter account gets fucking locked because they won't let me take off two-factor.
Just start paying them. Pay for the privilege of being on Twitter.
Happening.
Come on. No, you love Twitter.
No.
No, you're always like wearing Twitter stuff. When I saw you, you were in like a Twitter hat. Like you were decked out. We didn't take any pictures, so like you don't have any proof otherwise.
I mean, I should probably just be using Tumblr anyway for what I want from Twitter, so.
Yeah, based on what you told me. Yeah, that seems...
Yeah.
Yeah.